Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdscraftinghaven.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make an adorable little heart pendant out of stiff felt. And even if you've never had any jewelry making experience, I guarantee you can make this. Now, I will give links to where I purchased my ball chain and where I purchased these little sugar flatback resin hearts. You don't have to use these hearts. You can use any kind of embellishment you want, but I purchased 15 of these off an Etsy seller for $3.49 by the name of Martian Mist, and she also threw in a couple of little crowns and a couple of these little cute pearls with the order, which I thought was really nice. So I'll show you how I made this. First thing you're going to need is you're going to need some stiff white felt. Has to be stiff, okay? And what I did was I just cut a small rectangle shape, and even though this is stiff, I still folded this in half like that. I didn't press it too hard in the middle, but just a little bit. And I just cut out a fairly large heart shape, like so. Now, if you're not very good at doing that, you can go online and find little heart templates that you can just trace and cut if you'd like. But that's basically what I did. And then I did the same type of thing for the little heart in the middle. I just took another rectangle and folded it. Only this time I made the heart smaller, like so. Okay. And that is to place in the center. Okay. So I already cut these two out and had them ready. Now you're going to need Craft Twinkles by Deco Art, and this is in crystal. And this is brush-on glitter paint. This is extremely inexpensive. They have it at Walmart, and they have it at Michael's, where the craft paints are, the acrylic craft paints. And it's in a little section towards the end of the craft paints where they have all of the glittery type paints. And that's what I use, because once you put this on the stiff felt, it makes it even stiffer. As you can tell, I'm hitting this, and this is really stiff, so that's nice. And so basically what you want to do is, well, you know what? I think I'm going to leave the cap on because it's easier to do it this way, at least for me, where I just leave the cap on and I just pour a little bit here like that. And as you can see, I'm very, very generous with it. And I just kind of spread it out like so. And part of this will soak into the felt. And that's what you want, because it'll really make it nice and hard. And like I said, you know, just put a little bit at a time, but be generous at the same time. And you're going to have to do this step ahead of time, because once you do this step, you're going to set this down to dry on, well, I use the gallon Ziploc bags because it won't stick on that. So I just, set it down on that, and I let this dry and cure for at least 3 full days. And you'll see that once you've done that, oh, and this washes off very easily with warm soapy water. So you'll find that once you've done that, it will, oops, I'm sorry, I lost my thought. That's what I get for trying to do 2 things at once. I forgot to tell you that once I put this on, I take the Fine Glitter Recollections in the color Glitz, and I tap it on there. And you're probably wondering why, since this is already so glittery. Well, I do it because it gives it an even brighter glimmer to it, because this has like little tiny bits and pieces of blues and greens, and anyway, it turns out really pretty. So I would highly recommend that. Now that's for the large piece of the heart. For the smaller piece of the heart, right here, that goes in the center, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to brush very generously the craft twinkles on here, but you're going to make the center a different color than the white. Here's a little sample. I put the Craft Twinkles glitter on first, and then I sprinkled on a little bit of this Martha Stewart Extra Fine Glitter in Crystal Mint. And here's a sample of another smaller heart. Did the same thing, put the Craft Twinkles generously onto the heart. Oops, I'm sorry. And then I sprinkled some Extra Fine Glitter by Recollections called Blush. Now, for the middle of this heart, I brushed it with the Craft Twinkles, but then I used this Recollections glitter, Tinsel Glitter, in Blush. So this is a different cut. It's the same color. This is Blush and this is Blush, but this is Extra Fine Glitter and this is the Tinsel Glitter. And what I found is that the Tinsel Glitter, although it looks very pretty, since it's a lighter color, there's not quite the contrast as the Extra Fine Glitter. As you can tell, the Extra Fine Glitter is a little brighter, although this is very pretty. Okay, and once all of your pieces are completely dried and you've given them about 3 days to really harden and cure, then you're going to come in and here's a piece that I already did. You're going to come in and take your hole punch, and you're going to punch right here in between this little curve here, being very careful where you're punching, just like that scrapbooking, with a scrapbooking hole punch. And you're going to do the same thing here at the bottom. You don't want to go down too far, but you don't want to go too high up either. You want it right about, let's see, about right about there. Okay? And that's going to be the part that you're going to hang the dangle from. Okay, so I decided, since I already used pink for the smaller heart here, I'm going to use this blue. And all you're going to do is take your hot glue gun, like I have here. Sorry, I'm trying to manipulate things here. I'm using a temporary table here because I'm reorganizing things in my craft room, and so things aren't put away like they should be. Okay, so I'm going to place that right here, just like that. Okay, and sorry about that, that was my cell phone. And let's see, the next thing that we're going to do, since I already, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and put another sugar resin heart. I was going to put the little flat back acrylic pearl in the middle, which would have looked really cute too, but I really like these little acrylic sugar resin hearts. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little dab of glue here. And if you want, you can use E6000 or Amazing Goop to hold this on in the middle too. That will work. Okay. Put this on just like that. All right. And then turn this down. Okay. So next we're going to take a jump ring, and this is a pretty heavy gauge jump ring. And we're going to bend it and slip that through the top. You can use, you know, an 8, 9, 10 millimeter jump ring. It's up to you. Just want to make sure it's tight. And yeah, it feels that way. Okay, and that's what we'll put the ball chain through. So at the bottom, you can use a little dangle if you want. I made these little dangles. I just put a little tiny bead cap at the bottom and then used, about a 6 millimeter and 4 millimeter pearl, and made my own little dangle. But you can certainly buy the dangles already made up for you if you don't know how to do that. You can also use charms, which is what I'm going to use on this one, a little tiny key charm. And I picked up a whole bunch of these a few years back off of Fire Mountain Gems website. And so what I'm going to do is take a little tiny jump ring. I'm not sure how many millimeters this is, but my guess is about 4 millimeter. And I'm just going to hook this charm on here. And you can use a 5 millimeter too, that would be okay. And I'm going to just slide it through the hole we made and close it. Like that. Make sure it's on there tight. And so now we have a cute little key dangle hanging from our heart. And now I'm just going to slide, oops, wrong one. Now I'm just going to slide some ball chain into the jump ring at the top. When I buy ball chain, I like to make it long enough to where the person can actually slide it over their head without undoing it. I think that makes it nice. That's why I really like this ball chain too. Besides this being high quality, I think this is like 27 inches long, so you can slide it easily over your head. And so here we go with this one. I think that turned out really cute. And these would make very simple little gifts for, you know, friends, family. You could even use or make these for fundraising gifts. I think everybody can do this. Even if they can't make the little charm, you can certainly buy little dangles or little charms on cards already made up in the jewelry making section. You can also take bracelets. I know Michael's has bracelets that are about $5 a piece, and some of them are really pretty. They have what, you know, either the glass beads or the Chinese crystal type beads, and on the bracelet, and you can buy that for $5 and cut it apart and walk away with a really nice size handful of dangles. So that's just a little tip. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to putting more up. I just have to get down to the craft store because I have to pick up one particular item that I want to use for one of my February tutorials. So that's about it, and like I said, I will provide the links in the drop down bar and also on my blog, but look for them in the drop down bar first because that's probably where I'll be posting the links first. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your patience, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.